Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Clint Strickland. I serve as the Director of Undergraduate Admissions here at HBU. Welcome to the web chat. I've been at HBU for 10 years. I'm an MBA, most recently from HBU. I'm in a great place, and we're so glad y'all are here amidst all the craziness. I hope this gives you a little break and something to look forward to, and glad you're here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to HBU and to our web chat for today for pre-registration. My name is Tiffany Charles, and I am the campus visit and events coordinator here at HBU. I've been here for almost 4 years, and I'm ecstatic that you guys are joining us today, and I hope that you will get some helpful information from us.
And last but certainly not least, joining you live from my home office. My name is Jason Fletcher, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Director of Undergraduate Recruitment. And so I'm going to start off leading us through our PowerPoint today. But before we do that, I want to make sure that I take care of some housekeeping things. The first thing I want to make sure that you do is that you don't forget to ask questions. There's going to be a lot of things that we cover today, so I want you to be sure to ask whatever questions that come through. We'll have moderators kind of looking at your questions that you post. And we'll post questions and we'll also move those through. The second thing I want you to make sure that you know is that if you are registering for classes for our May pre-registration, so that's our second date, you will be hosting another one of these so that you understand everything that's going on. So if you forget, know that we'll have another one closer to your registration date. The next thing we want to make sure that you know is that there's going to be a lot of information that we shared during this web chat. So please make sure that you are taking notes. We're also going to repost this on our YouTube page, and we'll be sending out an email with the recording of this web chat. The last thing we want to make sure that you understand is that you should be checking your emails regularly at this point. So we'll be sending out a lot of communication regarding pre-registration and how you're going to register for classes. So please make sure that you're taking a look at that. And then the last thing is that we're going to really have a survey at the end. So please make sure that you fill that out, and then we'll go from there. So again, ask questions. Go ahead and post your questions, and we're going to make sure that you have everything you need as we go through. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and get started. So pre-registration is an optional event that we host every single year. We typically do this in person, but we're actually going to be doing this online. And with that being online, we have a lot of different things that we want to go over to make sure that you understand. Hopefully you've been receiving our emails and checking those pretty regularly and reading through the information. If not, we're going to go through all of that today. So here's what we're going to cover. So we're going to cover what is pre-registration. We're going to cover your pre-registration pre-work that you need to get done, how you're going to register for classes. We're also going to be walking through our Blackboard system where you'll be completing our course called Enroll 101. And then we're going to show you how to navigate Blackboard as you're going through. So again, make sure that you're taking notes as we're going through the presentation and again, posting your questions so that we have that. Again, the email that we'll be sending out is going to go to the email that you used to apply and that you were admitted to HBU. So make sure if that has changed to update your email so that you're getting that communication. So let's jump in and determine what pre-registration is. So pre-registration is different from our summer orientation. Summer orientation is an opportunity for you to get to know a little bit more about HBU, a lot more about HBU, get to know a lot of your classmates, as well as take care of additional information or additional pieces before you enroll and start classes in the fall. It is optional, and students who attend pre-registration typically have first pick with their courses before those students who come to summer orientation. So great job for signing up for pre-registration. If you haven't signed up or you're a parent and your student hasn't signed up, I would encourage you to go ahead and sign up for one of those days. Pre-registration 1 is closed to freshman students, and so you still have the option to register for pre-registration 2 if you haven't already done so. So again, it is optional. It's a class registration opportunity for you to be able to choose your classes. You'll have an opportunity to meet with an advisor to talk about your class schedule and walk through the classes you'll be taking both for the summer or for the fall. You'll also have an opportunity to choose classes before summer orientation. So the spots are limited. We accept about 160 freshmen for each of the pre-registration. So if you haven't signed up or you're signed up, great. Make sure that you are ready to go. So the biggest changes I want to make sure that you understand is that pre-registration 1, typically we would have it on one day. And that means you would come on our campus on a Saturday. We would do all of the different components collectively, and then we would go through and have you register for classes. Because we're not going to be on campus, we actually are spreading out registration over a week. So pre-registration or the registration times will happen on Monday, starting Monday, April 27th, and we'll go through Monday, May 4th. Pre-registration 2, so if you sign up for our May session, will happen Monday, May 18th through Monday, May 25th. So it's going to be important that you have or that you clear your schedule as we start to get into those times. So make sure you mark your calendars and that you understand what days are available. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and visit our website, hbu.edu/orientation, so that you can see which group based on your major that you actually will fall into. So again, pre-registration, our format. So what we've done this time is that you can go ahead, as you're going through, there's going to be a little bit of work that you need to know. So the pre-registration format this time around is that you'll need to download Zoom because that'll be the primary video conferencing that we'll use, and or phone. When you register for your advising session that's going to come up, you'll actually indicate whether or not you want a video conference or a phone appointment. Your advisor will reach out to you and they'll schedule a 30 or 45-minute one-on-one advising session, either through video conference or through over the phone. At that point, you as students will register over the phone or via the video conference with your advisor. So we're not going to let you, we're not going to send you off on your own to have you figure out how to register or what classes to get into. Your advisors will go through the classes that you're going to be taking. You'll write those down, and then you'll actually register while you're on the phone or on video conference with your advisor. Parents, if you have parents or family members if you guys are on this web chat today, unfortunately, you will not be able to register on behalf of your student or go through the advising appointment without your student present. So please make sure as students that you are available and that you're ready to go. The other thing that you'll have to do, because we won't be meeting in person, is that you'll need to complete your Enroll 101 course via Blackboard. And we're going to go over that in more detail as we go through the webinar. So let's talk a little bit about your pre-work that's going to happen before pre-registration. This part is really important. I know you guys are probably crazy busy with homework and assignments that you have to do with school. And so we wanted to try to limit the amount of pre-work you had to do, but this is really important for you to be ready for your advising appointment that's going to happen over the phone or via Zoom. So first things first, hopefully you guys know your one login. If you've never logged into your HuskyNet, now's a good time to figure that out and to get in there. So the first thing you're going to need to know is how to log into your one login. That is really your username and your password that you use to get into HuskyNet. So if you don't know, you can find your username, hbu.edu/username. And then this will prompt you to actually to find your username and then to log in with your temporary password to change it. Again, you're going to need that just so you can log in to your Blackboard to complete the Enroll 101 course. So if you don't have it, make sure that you get it. Make sure that you're able to log into your HuskyNet with that one login. And when we give you the link for Blackboard, that you can log into that as well. That is super important. So that's your number one step. Your second step for pre-registration and your pre-work is to take your ALEKS placement exam. This is also important so that you're able to register for the proper math course based on your major. So then we utilize the ALEKS math placement exam to help determine where you're going to fall as far as the classes you'll need to take. One of the things I want to make sure that you understand is there are definitely caveats to you actually having to take the ALEKS math placement. So some of you might have dual credit math. Some of you might be in AP calculus. You might have clept out of a test, or you might be in IB high level class. If that is the case, in order for you to receive that credit, we'll need that information from you. So my encouragement is to make sure that you get that information over to us as soon as possible. So if you have dual credit, be sure to upload that to your Slate profile. If you have AP credit from junior year that would waive you out of the ALEKS math placement test, make sure that you get that information over to us as well. That's going to be really important. I know that some of you at this point are probably in an AP class. It's going to be super important, and take a note. Let's make sure you write this down. As you get into your advising appointment, be sure to let your advisor know. Our job here at HBU and your advisor's job is to help you register for the classes that are appropriate for you. So be sure to let them know if you have dual credit and you haven't submitted your transcripts yet, or you have AP credit or AP class that you're currently in that would potentially waive you out of the math requirement. So please, please, please take note of that. If you know that you're in a dual credit class right now, or you know that you have AP courses that's going to give you credit. The other thing you want to make sure that you do is you can register via HuskyNet, and you can take this exam online in the comfort of your own home. So if you fall into the required majors, if you fall into any of these required majors here, business, nursing, kinesiology, science, any science, math, engineering, all engineering majors are undeclared, you will need to take the ALEKS exam test. If you're unsure, we do on our website, on our Go website, you can kind of check that out. So hbu.edu/orientation. You can scroll all the way down to the bottom. And then once you scroll there, it'll have math placement or placement examination. So you'll know what kind of credit you have. So the pre-work, there's also additional pre-work. So we wanted to give you guys some really cool incentives, but we also know that this needs to get done so that you can understand all the ins and outs of being able to enroll at HBU. So after you've logged into Know Your One login, you've taken your ALEKS exam if it's applicable to you. The other thing is, the next thing you'll do is take and complete the Enroll 101 course. Think of it as your first college course that you'll complete at HBU, but not really, because you're not getting any credit for it, except for to be able to register for classes. So the first thing you'll do is you'll log into hbu.edu/Blackboard. So if you're kind of overzealous right now, kind of like I was, I'd be pulling that up right now just so I can see and log in. But we're going to go through that together. Your email is going to be sent out on Monday to help you to start you on that process. So you'll get an email from us that tells you, here are your next steps to complete your pre-work. And then you'll go on to the Blackboard and you'll complete the Enroll 101 course. There's a couple things you need to remember, though. One is that there are 2 different courses that are available for students, one for freshmen and one for transfers. So make sure that you click on the one that says pre-registration Enroll 101 course for freshmen if you're a freshman student, and pre-registration Enroll 101 course for transfers. Now, if you're a freshman student and you have dual credit, you're still considered a freshman at this point. So take the freshman course. A transfer student, if you have attended another institution, another college, 2-year or 4-year, and you're transferring into HBU, then you're considered a transfer student. So make sure you take that course. Please make sure that you mark your calendars. You should complete the course no later than Friday, April 24th at 5 p.m. The reason why says in order for you to register for your individual advising appointment, you have to complete the Enroll 101 course. We're going to be tracking that every single day, and you can get started on it as soon as possible. So again, if you want to register, if you want to sign up for your individual advising appointment, you'll need to make sure that you complete the Enroll 101 course. It should take you less than an hour to complete, but we want to make sure that you get that done. Once you complete the course, you'll receive an email, and we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. And just a little challenge for you guys, if you're one of the first 15 students to complete the course, you're going to receive these wonderful HBU socks. They just came in hot off the presses, so make sure you complete your course and get that in, and we'll send you your socks in the mail so you keep your feet all nice and comfy. All right. So the next thing you want to do is once you complete the Enroll 101 course, you're going to receive an email, and we're going to show you a little bit of what that email will look like. But you'll receive that email from us prompting you to sign up for your one-on-one advising. Remember, it's first come, first serve for your advising appointment. So make sure you complete your Enroll 101 course so that email comes to you first. The next thing I want to make sure that you understand is that this is a little bit more pre-work. So we have this wonderful academic registration worksheet. If you visit our website, hbu.edu/orientation, you can download this directly, but it'll also be in the email that gets sent out to you as well. You can print the academic registration worksheet, you can download it, but this is a perfect tool to help with your advising appointment. This is something where you can write down the classes that you're going to be taking, the time, and also what you need to do to register for those. There's plenty of opportunities for you to look at those courses before you actually meet with your advisor. So if you go on to the orientation website, the one I just mentioned, then you can see the course by course schedule. So you can see what classes we're offering for the fall. So I encourage you to do that. So how you're going to register. So let's talk a little bit about that so you understand, and we'll kind of jump right into it. So April 25th, pre-registration attendees only. Transfer students will begin registration on Monday, April 27th. Freshmen, you're going to register Tuesday through Monday, May 4th. You'll have an appointment. And I want to stress, really, really stress this. Do not miss your appointment. So if you sign up for your appointment time, make sure that you keep it. If something does happen, however, and you have to miss your appointment, that's okay. You can go through and you can reschedule that appointment, but I would err on the side of not missing your appointment. Freshmen, you are going to register for classes Tuesday through Monday, and it's broken down by major and by college. So, for example, our business students will register on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Our School of Humanities students will register on Wednesday and Friday. So just take a look at our hbu.edu/orientation, and that will really help you understand when you're going to register. It's also helps you break down what your major is. So whether you're in legal studies and you're in humanities, or you're a psychology major and you're in the college of behavioral sciences. So we want to be sure that you understand where you're going to fall. If you have questions about that, let us know and we'll be happy to help you. The other pre-work that you want to, or other things you want to do before class registration, is verify your major. So super, super important that you verify your major. We know that when you registered, you probably said, "Hey, I want to be a business major," and you might have changed your mind before there or after that point. So make sure that you update us with how and what you want to do, because that way we get you to the appropriate advisor, so you get the appropriate class schedule that you need in order to register for classes. So completing your registration. So again, what we talked about is that you are going to receive, once you complete your Enroll 101 course, be it freshman or transfer, you'll receive an email link to schedule your advising appointment. Scheduling an appointment, again, it'll be 30 to 45 minutes. It'll be a Zoom video conference or a phone call that you'll receive. One-on-one advising and then class registration will happen throughout the 45-minute appointment. So please be sure to sign up for your appointment, complete your Enroll 101 course, sign up for your appointment, and keep your appointment on your calendar. We don't want you to miss it. So I want to be sure that we leave some time for some questions that you guys might have. So feel free, if you are posting questions or you have questions, we want to make sure that we're answering those. A couple of things to work through. Again, we want to be sure that you complete your Enroll 101 course, complete your pre-work, make sure that you complete the Enroll 101, make sure you're completing your ALEX exam. If you have to take that, be sure to upload your dual credit if you have dual credit transcripts, AP test scores, notifying us that you have those, so that way we literally can help you out. There's a great question that someone posted, and it's about the TSI. So the TSI, we don't require the TSI, nor do we look at that TSI examination. So the TSI is a Texas Success Initiative that many public schools utilize. At HBU, we don't utilize the TSI, so you don't have to worry about it. And even if you've taken it, we won't actually utilize those scores to get you out of those, to waive you out of any courses. So please be sure that you have submitted dual credit if you have dual credit. B, that you have submitted any additional testing that you've taken, and C, that we have your most up-to-date SAT or ACT scores, so that we're able to properly place you in the right English and math classes. So the next thing we're going to move into is utilizing our Blackboard. HBU Blackboard is something that you'll become familiar with as you become a student, but we're going to be utilizing this as part of your Enroll 101 course. So if you don't remember the website, you can go to hbu.edu/Blackboard, and then we'll be able to walk through that together. And we're here to help you out. We're here to assist you. This is a new process for us, as it will be for you. But again, we're going to work through that, and we'll give you some additional tips and tools to help you out if you get stuck in different places. So at this point, we're going to walk through using HBU Blackboard, and I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Tiffany Charles, who's our campus visit and event coordinator.
All right, guys, so I'm going to show you briefly a little bit about Blackboard. And again, as Jason said to you, this is a lot of information, but I do want to tell you ahead of time that you will not be alone. And so we will make sure that as you're going through your courses this upcoming week, that we are available to you. Our admissions office is available to you, and we will help you with anything that you may need or answer any questions that you may have. And so, as Jason said to you previously, the first thing you're going to do when you get ready to begin your course, you're going to go to hbu.edu/Blackboard. When you click there, as you type that in, you're going to come to a sign in. And that sign in is very important, as Jason said to you. And I want to emphasize that again. Make sure you know your one log on, because that's what you have to use to get logged in to get to your Blackboard course to begin to go through the 6 modules for pre-registration. And so make sure you know your one login and you have it written down and ready to go. It's recommended that you use Chrome for Blackboard. And so just make sure instead of going through Internet Explorer, as you begin to prepare your course, go through Chrome. It's going to be more efficient for you, more visible for you, and clear for you as you walk through those modules. Once you get into the system and you get into Blackboard, this is the first screen that you're going to see. As you log in, it will take you to a menu bar. If you look to the left-hand side of the menu bar, and I'm going to actually take you on Blackboard as well after I go through this, but as you look to the left-hand side, it's going to say courses. You will select that word courses, and once you get to courses, then it's going to pull up the list of all the courses that we're going to be offering online during this time. However, you will go to a specific one that we've told you about. So if you are a freshman, you're going to go to Enroll 101 Freshman. If you are a transfer student, you will go to Enroll 101 for a transfer student. And as you can see, this is the way it's going to look. And again, from here, you would click on the pre-registration Enroll 101 if you're a freshman. And right underneath there, that particular course will be the one for a transfer student. When you get there, I do want to share with you guys, when you get there, when you first open it up, again, there are 6 modules that you have to complete. The modules are locked. And so what that means is once you get to module 1, which is technology, you go through the entire module. At the end of each of the modules that you're going through, the course has a quiz. Once you take the quiz and complete that quiz, it will allow you to get into module 2. So you're not able to skip from module to module. We want to make sure you get a clear overview of pre-registration and to make sure that every single piece that we need to cover with you, that you have an understanding of it. And so that's why there's a quiz that's going to be at the end that's going to highlight some key points from you from each of those modules that are important for you. The first one that you will see is technology, and you would walk through that course. Again, this is not going to take you long. It'll take about an hour at the most for you, so it won't take you long to get through this. You'll see once you click on technology, this is the way it pulls up for you. It lets you know which module you're on, the technology module, and then you will walk through the different sections in that one module. And there may be 4 or 5 different things that you need to click on, even videos within each of the modules before you get to the last thing, which will be that quiz. And at the end of each particular module, it lets you know before you take the quiz, after you go through all of the sections in the module, you will take a quiz, which will give you access, as I stated, to the next module after you complete the quiz. There's specific steps on this to help you. And so you will have the steps in that little blue box that you see. It lets you know how to navigate to get to the second module once you've completed that quiz. And notice once you get to the quiz, this is where it begins for you. And to the right-hand side at the bottom, it will say begin. It's a little black box. You're going to click on that black box to begin your quiz. Most of these quizzes are not long at all. This particular one has one question that it's going to ask you. And so a lot of them are not long. Financial aid is a little longer, but for the majority of them, it's not long at all. And all the information that you need, you would have covered in the module as you were reading it and reviewing the videos. Once you're done with the quiz, the right-hand side will say OK. And so when you're done with the quiz, you're going to select Submit, Save and Submit button. Once you save and submit, the very next thing you will see is OK. You will click on the OK to the right-hand side. and that's going to help you navigate to the next quiz, which will be the second module. I'm sorry, to the next module, which will be module number 2. To get back to each module after you have completed a quiz, you can go either to the top section, which is called the breadcrumbs, and it says modules to complete, or you can go to the left-hand side where you came in and it says modules to complete. And when you click on that particular section, modules to complete, it takes you to the next section. And so if you click on the next section, it would take you then to the financial aid module next, and you will continue this on as you continue to walk through until you get to the very end. The very last module, again, there's 6 of them, and the last one will be campus resources. And when you get to that module 6, you're all done. You're done with the course. It will allow us at HBU to know that you have also completed the course, and then you will get that email, as Jason stated to you, to then be prepared for your advising and registration. I'm going to share my screen with you to take you so that you can see an example of what that looks like in Blackboard. Okay, so we are here in the Blackboard section. And so when you look over to the left-hand side, you can see that as you come in, here's the pre-registration for freshmen. You will click on, it's going to open that section up for you. And it takes you through the beginning of it, which gives you the welcome. We have an amazing video from our Vice President, James Steen. So make sure you check him out and listen to that video. Welcome you to HBU. You're going to have some specific instructions about the course and what you need to do. And as you scroll down, it tells you a little bit more. Again, I've given you some tips for navigating Blackboard. And then at the bottom, it lets you know when you're ready to get started. You will click here at the bottom where it says modules to complete to get started. Once you get to that section, I'm going to take you to your section that you will look at. Once you get to the section that says begin, as I stated and showed you, here's technology module 1. I'm going to walk through just this one for you to see how that would work. So you would click on module 1 for technology. Again, it brings you to the section. This is some information for the HBU One login. Let Jason discuss with you earlier, as well as that I reminded you of. And then it gives you some information for our help desk to let you know if you ever have any problems, who to contact as you are at HBU with being a freshman student or a transfer student coming in. Again, as I showed you, it brings you down to let you see the modules to complete. After you've completed that module, to give you specific instructions for after you do that quiz on what you need to do. And here's the quiz. So I'm going over to the right hand that says begin. The right hand side. And it asked me a question. Yes, I've read through all of the HBU One login information. Yes, I have. I've completed that course, that particular module. I'm going to save and submit. I click OK. I click OK to the right. And then I go either to the breadcrumbs, as I stated to you, at the top, or I go to the modules to complete at the left and click on either one, and then it opens me up to the second module. You will continue that process, as I've stated to you, until you get to module 6. And again, if you have any questions or concerns from us, we will be available to assist you and to help you with anything that you may need as you're navigating through Blackboard. So we'll be available to you. We'll have a hotline for you. If there's anything that you need from us, just let us know. We'll definitely assist you with anything that you may need. I'm going to turn this over to Clint Strickland now.
A little bit about, like I said, I'm getting a lot of questions in the chat about how do I sign up for my appointment. You know, the event was on the 25th and now it's the 27th. Like I said, the event was on the 25th. but obviously with all the things that go on, we made it online. And so we have your advising appointments taking place the week after that. Now you'll be sent, say, okay, for your college, so say for College of Business, and this group, and so your advising day will be on Monday. So you'll be emailed, I'll show you what the email looks like. It would email and have a link to go to set up your advising appointment for that day. So everyone is already assigned a day, and you'll get an email with that will have that information and have the link to sign up. And so I can kind of go ahead and show you what that looks like here. Sorry. All right. Too many browsers. Too many. Okay, guys. Here's what the email looks like, and so, oops. Yeah. So here's what the email looks like, and so you'll be able to get the email. I said to have a link in here, which is specific to you. So make sure that you are, like I said, not sharing this with friends or not getting from, because it's not going to work for them. It's only going to work for you. And so make sure you want to use, say, only click on the link from the email. Once you do that, it'll send you say I was a College of Science and Engineering major. It would take you here, so I could say, okay, my assigned day is the 27th, because that's the only day that has appointments on it. So it's green, so I click on it. Okay, great. Here are all the different times that are available for me to sign up for an advising appointment. And so what you would do is you find the one, they're about 45 minutes long. They're available all throughout the day, the last one being at 4:30, the first one starting at 8 a.m. So you would click on the link that you want to sign up for the advising appointment. It would take you here, where basically it's already going to populate your name, your email, your phone number, and then your major. So this is one more time, like we said, it's really important that we get your major correct. So if it's changed, we want to know, because we want to make sure we get you to the right advisor. This is one kind of one last chance. You just let us know, okay, no, the major has changed, so that way we can get you the right advisor. So if everything is correct, you just click yes. If it's not, you click no, and then you can change it. Okay, put in here, I need to change, my name is actually wrong, or I need to change my major. I'm no longer nursing, now I'm chemistry. You can do that. It'll let us know. We'll get it changed. We'll contact you to get a different advising appointment. But then we do want to know, like I said, do you have dual credit? I don't, like Jason said, I don't pack a lot of things. We don't want you to take anything that you already have credit for. And so you will select dual credit, yes or no. If you say yes, please put in this classes. You don't need to put, it was government 23. If you can say government, American Texas government, English, 1301 or English 1, composition 1, composition 2, things like that. It gives us an idea. Like I said, it's even more helpful if you can upload your unofficial dual credit transcript. You can do it at apply.hbu.edu/status. You can email that out after this. Also, AP credit, if you haven't, just click no. If you have, yes. If you'll just list any courses that you've taken, psychology, calculus, things like that, put those there so we know. Even if you're not sure if you're going to get a 3, I'll say for most subjects, you need a 3 or higher to get credit. There's a few, if you get a 4 or 5, you might get credit for 6 hours of HBU work, so 2 classes instead of 1. But however, if you end up scoring a 1 or 2, it's no problem. The advisor's not always going to put you in a class the first semester based on the AP scores, but if they do, if it comes back, okay, it's a 1 or 2, no problem. We just make a quick change. We contact you, make sure the class works, we get that flipped out for you. And like we're talking about, you have 2 different options for your advising appointment. So if you want it just to be a phone call, no problem. You just click phone call here, great. If you want to do an online video conference call, Zoom is kind of what everyone's doing right now. And so it's a really easy way for us to just send you a link. You click on it, it just works. So if you would select online via video conference here, it talks about you'll get a link. Like I said, if you've never used Zoom or if you're kind of unsure, please give us a call. And like I said, this number here, and we can set up a test call with the admissions counselor or myself, just kind of make sure it works. If you can do it the day before your appointment, that'd be great. Then you just want to make sure everything up here is correct and click this and you'll submit. Then at that point, you've got your advising appointment set. You will get an email reminder, a text reminder 24 hours before, and then a text reminder 1 hour before, just reminding you of it. We'll also get an email if you do the Zoom option. It'll say, okay, here's the link. You'll get an updated email that has the link that you need to click on. So that'll be sent to you as well. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you. Obviously, things are different with going online, but we have an amazing advising staff and faculty who are joined in and want to get to talk with you and meet with you. And if at all possible, I like to do the Zoom option just so you can kind of see face to face. But like I said, they're also going to register you for classes. So not only is it going to be an advising appointment talking about your degree plan, they're going to ask what dual credit you have, AP scores, things like that. They're also going to go ahead and type in your classes. Okay, let's talk about, do you want classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, things like that. Just so you know, at HBU, most of our classes are either Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 1 hour long. So I'm going to have a class 10 to 11 from Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then the other classes are Tuesdays and Thursdays, and those are 1 hour and 15 minutes long. So you might have one class twice a week, one class 3 days a week. Most people like to mix it in to kind of have a mixture of both, so you don't have all the tests on one day. But they'll help you with that. They'll go ahead and build a class schedule for you, get you a copy, so you really be all set until freshman orientation comes for Go in June. So like I said, just taking this part out of it, so that way you're ready just to do kind of the more fun things at Go. So we're looking forward to that. And like I said, let us know if you have any questions. We're happy to help in any way we can. And I'm going to go ahead and toss it back to Jason.
Hey guys, thank you so much, Clint, for sharing that with us and making sure that we kind of understand what the next steps are. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I know we're getting a lot of questions about how do I know when I'm going to go? How do I know I'm going to register? So I want to be able to share my screen with you guys so that you guys can see it. So hopefully you guys can see that. But I want to make sure that you guys understand the hbu.edu/orientation is a fantastic website. It's going to answer a lot of your questions that you're asking right now. So if you're thinking to yourself, hey, when do I know if I'm going to go? So you'll look here, figure out when you're supposed to go. So look at your advising session. So if you take a look here, it'll break it down into groups so that you can see everything that you need. So like, for example, Tuesday, April 28th, freshman group 2, and you don't know what group we're going to base it based on we're going to do it based on your major and when you sign up. So then you have your School of Business, our College of Business, College of Education and Behavioral Sciences, College of Science and Engineering, and our School of Allied Health. So you can see that those students are going to be going during those times. So we want to be sure that you understand that. So if you go to hbi.edu/orientation, check that out, and it'll show you when you're supposed to be doing that. If you're unsure of where your major falls, then that's a great question. You can actually review academic pathways, and it'll actually break down what majors fall where. So if you look at our degree pathways, hbu.edu/pathways, you'll see here that the RT Dunham College of Business, all the majors and the 4-year plans that are attached. You'll also see that the College of Education and Behavioral Sciences and all the degrees that are attached there, School of Christian Thought, the College of Science and Engineering, all of those will be outlined for you so that you can see them. You can download the 4-year plan so you can take a look at what classes you're supposed to register for and take a look to see where your major actually falls. So that's something that's going to be really great. A good question that someone asked was, what if I'm choosing to double major? That's okay too. What you'll do is you'll let your advisor know that you're looking to double major, but you want to go with your primary major first. So let's say that you want to be a business major and you're thinking about doing education. Then if you are really set on doing business, and you would meet with your business faculty advisor and let them know, I'm really interested in doing education as well. So I want to be sure that I'm taking the right courses. So be sure to take through that. So to make sure that you are letting your advisor know, again, over communicate what you need is going to be really, really important. So be sure to do that. The next thing if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll be able to see your guide to orientation. So a lot of you are asking questions regarding placement. How do I know if I received credit or I have a 3 on an exam? What do I know? So if you click on placement, you'll take a look to see ALEKS placement testing examination. Do I need to take the ALEKS? And clicking on there so you can determine that. How do I register for the ALEKS exam? That will also be there. Which majors qualify me for an ALEX exam, and then so on and so forth. So you can see that the English placement requirements are there and what you need to receive on the SAT or the ACT in order to be placed in your course. And then again, back to that TSI, we do not require it here at HBU. Some of you guys are thinking, hey, I've already taken my AP exam. It's important that when you register for your individual appointment, you can upload your dual credit, or you can upload screenshots of your AP examination results while we wait for the officials to come in. So if you're trying to figure out whether or not your score is eligible, then we have this wonderful sheet that shows you if you received a certain score on an AP examination or a CLEP test, what the credit will translate to here at HBU. So there's a lot of valuable resources. Make sure that you guys are tapping into those resources and that you're reading carefully. Again, we're here to assist you and make sure that you understand what's going on at the moment. So I want to make sure that we're addressing some other questions as well. So we're going to make sure that we know that the Enroll 101 course is not available right now, but we're going to make that available to you guys this afternoon so that you guys can get a jump. You guys are already on top of it, which I'm really excited about. So we want you to finish that Enroll 101 course to be sure that you have everything that you need. Again, the Enroll 101 course is just what we would normally go over during the typical pre-registration event. And so there's some calls to action, but not a ton where you'll have to accept or decline or do any of those things. So we want to be sure that you understand that as well. So again, this is going to be your one-stop shop. If you go to hbu.edu/orientation, you'll be able to see all the things that I'm discussing with you guys right now. If you have questions about things or you are concerned, you can always email go@hbu.edu, or you can give your admissions counselor a call as well. A couple other things I want to make sure that you understand. If you're having an issue with your one login, you want to reach out to our help desk, and our help desk is going to help reset your password so that you can you can log into Blackboard, and or if you need to log into your HuskyNet. So if you're having issues with that, definitely make sure that you are reaching out to our help desk. You can do helpdesk@hbu.edu, or you can call the number directly at 281-649-3410 and just press option 4, and you'll get a hold of a live person, and they'll walk you through resetting your password to get into Blackboard. Again, our job is to make sure that you know what's going on and that you're doing everything you can prior to you actually getting your appointment scheduled. So again, officially, so if you have your friends that are going to be coming to HBU, or you're kind of waiting, officially the email will go out. It's supposed to be going out on Monday, so you can finish all of your steps. And then again, make sure that you're walking through each of those and completing them. The other piece of that is just preparing. So if you're trying to figure out whether or not what you need to do, how you need to get it done, the goal is if you are preparing this next week for your advising appointment, you have all those pieces that we talked about, your weekly schedule, your academic registration worksheet, you have a copy of your dual credit transcripts. So we want to make sure that you have all those prepared. We will also be walking through that with your advisors prior to you meeting with them so that you have that. So I want to be sure that you have everything you need. We want to make sure we'll be sending out that email, and I'll have all the contact information. It'll also have all the links that we talked about today. So the orientation link, the Blackboard link, and all of those things that you're going to need. So feel free to continue to ask questions as we go through. We want to be sure that you have, again, everything that you need, that you're ready to go. We have a survey that we want you guys to complete as we're kind of closing things out, but we're not going to close out until we answer every single question that you guys have available. So I'm going to turn it over and make sure that you have your survey, and then you can take that for us and complete that. And then again, ask all the questions you want so that way we can get those answered. But again, we want to thank you so much for joining us today for pre-registration and taking advantage of getting ahead. If you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to your admissions counselor or reach out to our go@hbu.edu, and we'd be happy to answer those. So we have 7 questions for you guys. If you don't mind answering those, go ahead and answer those and then press submit on that for us. And again, we're so excited that you're going to be a part of HBU. and that you're going to be a Husky, and that you are going to be joining us in the fall. So again, answer those questions on the web chat survey. Keep asking questions as well. We'll be here. We're not going to leave till the last person leaves, and then we'll go from there. So thanks, guys.